Malin Dashboard, which monitors Freeboard sensor readings. Malin Group performs heavy lift operations. Freeboard is a crucial safety measurement, as if it drops below a safe limit, this could cause severe structural damage. They already have a sensor prototype, but with poor software. Our job was to improve on this. Our solution involves replacing existing Python scripts and pushing to Google Drive with proper MQTT architecture. Our dashboard also allows for managing multiple sensors and full remote configuration. Graphs are provided for further information, and all of this works offline with a local database. For our tech stack, Electron is used as the desktop application framework, which allows the app to run directly on the engineer's laptops. React is used as the front-end framework, MQTT replaces the existing scripts, LowDB is used as the local database, and Python is used for the backend of the sensor scripts. The old system used scripts to push data to Google Drive, which is not a scalable solution. We used MQTT, which is the industry standard for this kind of network. MQTT also doesn't require internet access, as it works over TCP/IP. It also allows new sensors to be added trivially. We rewrote the PyScripts and tested on the actual hardware and verified end-to-end connectivity. The main pages for relevant sensors, along with the visual aid, readings refresh immediately. Diagrams are interactive, and clicking any of the sensor boxes opens its full time series chart. The graphing lets Malin engineers see the full operation and persists across restarts. The variable time window goes from 1 minute to days. Specific values can be seen by hovering over the graph. A tide data graph is implemented on the key page, allowing engineers to see any differences in tide height. Configuration page was one of the original MVP requirements, as the prototype required physically taking the sensor apart to calibrate it. Now everything is handled through our interface: calibration, reading frequency, sensor positions, and MQTT topics. Sensor configurations such as position and constants can now be handled in the app. Before an operation, an engineer would create a new operation and enter any relevant values. These constants are then used to calculate all the fields within the app. Previously, all configuration was done manually in a spreadsheet. Beyond unit tests, we did a live hardware test at Malin, deploying the Python script on a Raspberry Pi and confirming end-to-end data flow. Using mock data throughout development allowed us to develop the front and back end simultaneously. Here are some photos taken at Malin of us testing the prototype and recording data live from the sensor over MQTT. Opening up the app to the dashboard, we can see the nav bar here on the left, which contains all the main pages as well as the configuration pages. Going to sensors, we can connect to the MQTT broker like this, which will allow us to connect to sensors once some readings have come in. For the demonstration, we're just going to connect the barge, sensors, and the key sensors. If we go to operation, we can now start the operation, which will actually start logging the data to the database. Return to the barge page, we can see all of the sensors are connected and displaying data, and some of the data is being used to calculate values down here. Clicking on this, it displays a graph of recent values. You can also change the time frame, like so, to whatever you'd like. It's a similar thing on the key page, except you can change your position within the tide graph or how zoomed in or out you are. Going to the configuration page, we can see that the engineers will be able to input any constants that they need to calculate values, as well as uploading CSVs for the tide data. We were asked to replace the existing software with something production ready. We can confidently say we've done that. The full pipeline is confirmed working, remote configuration replaces the physical disassembly, and the MQTT architecture gives Malin the multi-sensor framework they needed and wanted. We also provided extensive documentation detailing the development and extension of the app.